We are live, and Deek, I have on my phone a pop socket, and it's hanging on the computer, so I don't have to hold it anymore. I have a whole, is what you said. Like, I can't take a picture and show you my configuration because the phone is my, but it is good. It is Carla circa Misfit 2015 when I would balance. Do you remember those flip cams? They were like thick and white or black, and they were like they almost looked like an iPod. Is that what they were called? No. Remember what was the music thing from Apple? It was an iPod. No,
Yeah, it's an iPod.
it's called. I'm like this make.
Yeah.
They look like that, and I would bounce it on coffee cans in my kitchen
Yes.
to do videos, and people would send me mean messages and say, your videos look really homespun. And I was like, fuck yeah, that's my brand. Thank you.
Was it Kraft brand? No, not Kraft. Kodak?
I
Somebody.
think it was. And what did it like? You plugged it into the computer, but you could never take anything out. I think we just threw it away when it stopped charging.
Yes. I know what you're talking about.
Webcam. That's what I'm doing now.
There's a
I love
webcam. Yeah.
it. Yeah.
And
Okay.
then every time you say pop, was it pop socket?
I, you never had a pop socket.
I've never had a pop socket, but every time you say that, I think Hot Pocket.
I
And
love.
the song comes into my ear.
Do you know the Jim Gaffigan Poke Pockets? That one. That joke. Do you
Oh,
know
I need to
that?
look that up.
I love Jim Gaffigan. Now I'm going to forget the joke. It's like IHO penis, which people have used back to me out in the wild in my neighborhood.
That's awesome.
Okay, this week is an update with Deke. The world, aka the five people who watch, want to know. Tell us what happened. Tell us the scenario because I do want to know. Was Ballsy out in the wild? Give us the story.
Yes. Okay. So, um, a week and a half ago, I go out with two of my friends, a guy and a girl, and we go to this rather busy restaurant. It's kind of got the boho style decoration inside and really cool little joint, great food. And it's the inside is very small. It's hot outside. So there's this one area that's surrounded by plants, and there are like these three, four top tables pushed together.
Okay.
I don't know if they're always like that or not. I don't go there enough. But we sit at one end of it, the far end, completely enveloped in plants. And we're
Are they
just
fake?
having,
I'm imagining they're fake
no, I
plants.
think they're
Oh,
real.
okay.
And so, so I'm clearly not in charge of them because they were thriving. Uh, so, um, we're just sitting and catching up and carrying on. And this guy sits down at the end of the conglomeration of tables,
By
and
himself.
he just, yeah, he's by himself, and he just kind of strikes up a conversation. And now I don't really initially notice that he's kind of talking to my female friend. I should give her a
Oh, so he is talking
nickname.
to her,
He is, but he's also kind of talking to us, just kind of engaging us. And there's like a
not
little,
talking to himself, which is good.
yeah, that's
It's a good
good.
sign.
It's a it's upper echelon. Um, and there's a whole thing going on outside. It's a nice little neighbor, like pocket community, and there's a farmer's market going on, and so there's a lot of people around. And this guy's just being very jovial and chatty, and like, okay, all right, cool. Well, when we get ready to leave, uh, we get up, and I think I'm the first one. This is one of those places you take your stuff over and you put it in the bin, the trash, and everything, kind of clear your spot. And so I go first, and my guy friend goes next, and then my friend, I should give her a code name. Code name?
Wolverine.
Let's go with Star. I like Star.
Now, how
Um,
did this guy know that you were not with Star, neither one of you?
I don't know.
That's
That's why I think this is bold. So
so bold.
my friend and I walk by, and then we put our stuff up, and it's kind of just like where you do it and you just go out the door. And so I go out the door, and then my friend comes out, and then my other friend is not coming out. And I'm like, that's weird. but we're just chatting, kind of taking in everything going on around. And
I love
she
this.
comes along, comes along shortly, Wolverine Star, and says, "Hey, that guy, blah blah blah." And he said, "Hey, I think I heard you mention Florida. I'm from wherever in Florida." And so they start chatting about that, and then he slips in, "Hey, I'm going to be here next week at this time." And so she comes out, tells us. I'm like, that is bold
Did she
and
think
brilliant.
it was weird or what?
No, I
Okay.
don't. If she did, she didn't share that, and it wasn't in her expression of or
Yeah, yeah.
body language. And so we're like, oh, okay, that's bold. I like it. Um, and yeah, so we talked about that a little bit last
I
week, and
know.
I just thought this was so great. And
Did she bring it up to you during the week, intervening week? I'm watching the time. You have a dinner date, platonic, in 4 minutes. So I'm watching for you.
she didn't. And in my defense, I didn't sleep last week, so I do think I brought it up to her to kind of gauge, like, is she going to go back? Kind of
Yes.
mentioned maybe we could all get together again. And then fast forward, the three of us did have plans to get together for
Okay.
Friday night. They had not been finalized come Friday, which is kind of normal. It's kind of, pretty loose on the hey, when, where, what. And um, she calls me and she's pretty close to that place. She's like, yeah, I thought I would just stop by. It was so smooth too, because I was like, oh, she okay. Because I kind of had the impression she wasn't interested in going back.
Okay.
So that was my impression. Don't know if that's the truth or not, but she did go back,
Okay.
and he was not there.
No. Oh,
I
this is
know,
terrible.
I know,
And if
and
that's really like vast, though, I'll be here Friday. I guess you assume the same time, but
yeah, I think he told her the same date and the same day of the week and the same time, and so she was there early enough, and then we convened, and then we ate at that same. So there was a pretty wide coverage and time. You know, had
we
this
need sound effects.
guy. Me too. The little.
That is, it's really disappointing because if she hadn't gone back, I would understand, like awkward, whatever. But I can't believe he wasn't there.
I'm shocked because I thought, man, that is it was so in line with what we had just talked about recently
Yeah.
about, showing up and showing up consistently in places. And I thought this was so great. He took the guesswork out of, if she was interested, he took the guesswork out of it. Like it wasn't oh, let me go back and just happen to see if today is, you know,
And
her
that was
day.
so gutsy. Now, I wonder, has it ruined the spot for her?
No, no. And this is another thing I think that's great because I think this story is an example of how the showing up consistently and how if
Yeah.
you communicate to somebody, you create a possibility. And then my friend is considering moving into this little pocket neighborhood, and so
Oh,
just in the creation of that, like she gets there before we do. He's not there. She starts walking around, thinks maybe I'll run into him again. It's a little farmer's market. And then she quite randomly runs into somebody who does the property management for the leasing and then does some of the real estate stuff for this neighborhood. And so we ended up going on this, I think we toured two or three townhomes and a
oh,
cottage, and it's a super cool little neighborhood. It's a really neat little thing. And so
I want to move.
and we just met this wonderful woman, and then she lives in the neighborhood, and then her kids came over, and I'm usually with kids, I'm kind of like, let's get going, but these kids were so delightful to be around, and so smart. I felt like, man, this like two little Doogie Housers just came along, and you know I mean, I was using all the $20 words I knew, and they were just talking circles around me. So I don't know. It was just that, set into motion these things, and then all these other opportunities show up. And so it went from like her wondering the week before about living there,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
and then there's the, because of the way this place is situated, or the way it's kind of constructed, is it's not really easy to figure out who rents the things and all that. So just to easily run
Yeah.
into somebody, and
Yeah.
then here we are, kind of what I would consider after hours, and this person's going, "Oh, hey, yeah, let's go tour these places," and it just really opened up so many more opportunities. So it didn't look like what she thought at first, but then there's all these other
Yes.
things that opened up.
Okay, I'm disappointed. That was so gutsy. And I did something I told you about earlier on a call today with jobs that I'm like, that man, I'm like, I've got to just shoot my shot. Like,
Yeah,
yes, we've got to do it. I'll tell you what this is making me think about. First of all, it is 6:31, so we have like 60 seconds till we send you to dinner. But hearing you talk about that, and I need to probably read into this, but I think I know what it is. There's something called third spaces, and that's where we're supposed to get like our connection, and we're supposed to show up in the third spaces consistently. But it's kind of shifting. Like first is home, second is work, and like if you're me for the past 25 years, one and two were the same thing, and so three is that third space. Like I think my third space probably be HEB or the gym, but it's that. And I think it's probably getting like screwed up because of the remote work, but that place could be, when if she lived there, her third space. Like what is your third space right now?
yeah. I think my third space is just in a social sense, not in one
Mhm,
singular
mhm.
place, but it is with different groups in a social context.
You're
I'm
doing
I'm
so
curious.
well at doing that. Like putting
Yeah,
yourself,
yeah, and I'm super curious about this third space. I'm gonna have to dig into it as well.
because I think mine really is probably not the gym, but there's a like co-work, hangout, living room area, and that's probably it. But that's really the only place, truly, other than here in HEB, that I show up consistently. Maybe Epoch, but yeah, I need to think about what my third space is. And now, since you've kind of recently moved, like establishing this is my cheers, my third space.
Yeah, I like that. And I think another thing, another takeaway from this conversation is, because we have my friends and that thing, the example with you with work. For me, even recently, maybe 2 weeks ago, I made an offer on a house, and
Yes.
that didn't work out. But it was the, you see that thing that looks like it's what you want, or what it's close into what you want.
Yeah.
Shoot your shot, and then
It, I mean,
it
mine with
shakes
the
out.
work, yeah, when he said, what's next for you, Carla? What are you building? What are you going to do next? And truly, it was like a split second. And then I was like, work for you. And I gave him the job that I wanted. He kind of didn't miss a beat. And he was like, okay, well, Becca runs that department. And I was like, okay, give me Becca's last name. I was like, what am I doing? But no one ever says to you, like she wouldn't have said to the guy at the end of the table, maybe. But yes, no one will, you got to take the shot.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a great example with him. Like,
Yeah.
he shot the shot, and then she went back. It was enough of a question, which is a that's a pretty solid ground to start on.
I feel
So
like she needs to go back again this Friday. I don't know if she
I think,
would, but it's a good movie. Like now I feel like there was some kind of a something came up for him. He's played by Tom Hanks.
the, he moved home to run the Christmas tree farm.
Okay. Thank you for jumping on.
So
I know you need to go to dinner.
yeah,
You have exciting things happening soon.
yes, absolutely. So it's great. It's great being with you.
Yay. Have good dinner. Bye.
All right, bye.
Somehow I'm going to end this with a hanging eye.